So, you know how Yesod was talking about body horror stuff? What is one of the worst things that's happened to you in a dream?
Wait, one of the worst things that happened to you in a dream?
Yeah, like with with whatever physical body you have in the dream.
That's an interesting question.
Because I know that many people have had the your teeth falling out dream. You know what I see?
Yeah.
What I mean? Because I know that that's a fairly common one. But I'm trying to think of what would be the worst. There are definitely ones where I've lost limbs or been impaled a number of times. But those are the ones that you either wake up from immediately, or if depending on what level of control you have over the dream, you can force an almost Wolverine-esque regeneration, or just, you know, survive through it.
Pessimistic individual.
Let's see. We have chat saying someone got their head chopped off.
Used to always...
Teeth growing and falling out on your head? Ooh.
Ooh.
Entangled by metal poles and stuck. Claustrophobia of it. Leave you with sweats. Yeah, ooh. So, like rebar twisted metal poles? So scratching the teeth would make them come back faster. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so luminous bracelet.
Ooh. A bracelet that gives off a soft turquoise light. Many unexplainable things have been discovered in the outskirts.
Stats regarding fortitude will greatly increase while it's worn. I'm just gonna leave it on. Let's see. SDMD. Oh. Dragoneer exploded.
Oh no, how? Because of the bracelet? Oh, when it is worn, all wounds are healed without trace of scarring. Luminous bracelet continues recovering the wearer's HP. But what?
Well, that's problematic.
What happened?
Don't know. What I should probably do... Oh, you know what? I know what we could do. I'm just gonna take Lord KO down so we have a spare. Okay. Order usage. So here's what we're going to do. Because this doesn't count as working a thing, we're just gonna focus on this for a little while. I'll speed it up so we have a little bit more time.
Now they mentioned some place called the outskirts.
Yeah.
Why do artifacts like that originate from the outskirts? So they need to last for 3 minutes to observe?
I have to use it for 3 cumulative minutes. Let's see. If we hold it for too much longer, we might just insta-die. Okay, cumulative time
is a minute, almost a minute.
Yeah. We'll send out a Dragoneer. And actually, I'm just going to grab these characters. We're just going to move them here.
I'm hearing a lot of fireworks.
It recovers HP when worn.
Now it says that wasn't the lore that it could only be worn by the unselfish? So I wonder what stats or what condition your character has to be in order to
I don't know.
survive
We'll
with
find
it.
out what it does fairly briefly. Because all I need to do is just have them pass it off at regular intervals.
Mm-hmm. Oh, however, to wear this bracelet even when one has not a scratch left on their body is an act of greed. The wearer will die if any attempt to return the luminous bracelet is made before they are fully healed. Wait a minute. If you wear the bracelet even when one has not a scratch left on their body is an act of greed, the wearer will die if any attempt to return the luminous bracelet is made before they're fully healed. That seems paradoxical. It's greedy to wear the bracelet when you're already at full health.
Might be a translation thing again.
But you have to return it. You can't return it before you're fully healed. But your characters haven't sustained any damage yet.
No. And remember, I think that's just flavor text on the left.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong.
So this object isn't very useful. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
The bracelet shall not forgive those who hold greed in their hearts. Thus, it must only be worn by those in true need. If the wearer's HP has not dropped after a certain period of time, they will then die from excessive regeneration.
Yep. So there's our answer. It's
so
not
just
particularly
a healing
amazing,
item?
but I'm going to ignore it. This one, on the other hand, was a little bit more useful.
Eventually, but it destroys your intellect, right?
No. So it kills you specifically if your sanity points go down, but otherwise it makes you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, old lady got.
Oh no,
Got
she's
mad.
upset. It's because you had too many people visiting. Wait, but I thought if you send someone in there, then they get the affliction sent to them.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Don't they?
They'll be fine.
Yeah, the problem is she got jealous of the bracelet.
Yeah, tools count for the old lady for some reason.
How
It's
dare
fine.
you?
Because it doesn't
Spend
actually.
more time with an inanimate object than me.
It doesn't actually mess with her Clyfoth counter.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, no. Even if her Clyfoth counter is low, it doesn't actually, like, affect her in any way. It just really is just kind of spooky if you have a character that is vulnerable. Okay. There we go.
Oh yeah. People in chat mentioning grandma's getting angry at people looking at their phones. I have to do that with Wander. The other thing too is, yeah, my grandmother definitely had to institute a rule like that at Christmas time. I don't remember even bringing my phone to family members' houses. I didn't even have a cell phone up until I was in college, and I didn't get a smartphone until after college. So I suppose the one benefit to having a phone at a family gathering would be able to show photos to your friends and family. But aside from that, yeah, some of my cousins would be glued to their phones, at which point we'd have to tell them, no, put them away. You know, actually take part in some of the card games that we were playing. And, you know, conversations and whatnot.
In retrospect, I don't actually have to work the bear well, because it doesn't matter. Ooh.
Now that's interesting. There's a purple dawn
Yeah.
that's going to arrive.
So I think that's its element type. So it's going to be a dark type.
Dark.
But yeah, oddly enough with the teddy bear, we don't actually have to make sure that it's happy at the end of it. Whereas the cherry blossoms, for example, if you have a bad end result with it, it goes badly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going going to alternate characters out. We're going to have a Clythoff meltdown kind of quickly. But it's mostly fine. Because I at least have enough people to work all of these.
Mm-hmm.
At least to the moment. I think once the meltdowns get a little bit more dire, then we're going to run into problems. Because I have... Okay, Fruit of Understanding again. Which means Big Slime. Okay, you're good. And... You're adequate. It is specifically weak to white. Otherwise, resistance is fine. Okay, you're bad. You're great. You're bad.
So it's the shadow slimes.
Yeah, I don't remember these things being particularly damaging, though.
Well, they seem to have killed some clerks.
It's true.
Actually, I don't understand why any of them are allowed into the chambers or the hallways if they're not equipped like the other workers are. You would think that they should all stay in the safe rooms.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's return everybody so they can heal. Nobody died. Okay. What happened? Okay, Lord KO did the happy teddy bear last. There is technically a mod to get rid of the clerks, but I figured I'd leave that off because that would be maybe too cheatsy.
Because their deaths count as deaths, correct?
No.
No, they don't.
They do not. There's no penalty for clerk death.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm. I wonder what bizarre artifact is in that central chamber on the bottom. It appears as though it's some sort of moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon with a cloud. I don't know. I don't actually know if there's any benefit or penalty to it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'm intentionally working the happy teddy bear wrong, but it doesn't matter. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna hang out for a little bit. I'm trying to raise everybody's justice stat, though temperance is probably the most useful, because that increases your just overall work success rate and work speed.
Mm-hmm. Still find it interesting that, yeah, they're virtues.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Versus the sins.
Okay, Grandma's looking fine. And just keep buffing up Shad, I think. And then Cryrus's movement speed. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
I didn't expect the luminous bracelet would panic.
It hasn't been worn?
Oh.
Oh, the news you've been waiting for is... Oh, sorry. Wrong voice.
Yeah, so we've just had a completed workday.
We completed the workday. Ah! Teddy Bear doesn't seem happy either.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did you make sure to send the right agent?
We had somebody already in there working, and yeah. Because, yeah, it was usable minds. And we're sending in Lord KO. Yeah, luckily the luminous bracelet melting down is actually kind of good. Because then I just pick it up and immediately leave and just not care.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we're just gonna wait until this almost fills out and then we'll leave. Because I am trying to get my stats up a little bit. Plus side is we can reset the game. Like back to the first day, and since we get to keep all of our agents and stats, I don't have to spend too much time grinding here. But I want to a little bit, just to get the happy teddy bear stuff.
Darkwolf in chat is asking, why is your house the prime spot for people to crash their cars? Oh, well, I remember one of my teachers back in middle school would describe how their yard growing up was the spot for people to crash their cars, and it was because it was on the outer edge of a curve. That I don't know if that's the case for you, but yeah, if it's very easy for people to veer off the road when they're going into a turn. Like also depending on the severity and the steepness of the curve. But yeah, I know that whenever you and I decide to get a house, we're definitely going to want to be on a straightaway, but not a large enough straightaway that people end up speeding down it. But also, if you have to be on a slight curve, you want to be on the inside of the curve so that first off, people's lights don't shine into your house. Because if you're on the outside of a curve, people's lights will always veer in your direction. Whereas if you're on the inside of the curve, it tends to angle away. I don't know.
Okay, do we have anything else melting down? What does this one do? As long as they don't lose sanity, we're fine. Okay, but I can't return it immediately.
But yeah, just a weird thing to think about.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, we still got enough for a little bit.
Have you ever had an issue with people driving over your parents' lawn?
Not my parents' lawn. I don't think in any of my houses. Because we're in a cul-de-sac in California.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Old lady's
upset. Is she?
Oh, right, because we were working her.
Well, you're paying attention to the other objects.
Well, no, somebody was already in there working with her. And so I couldn't send somebody else off to fix her up. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's the last one? Was it Dragoneer? Yeah, it looks like it was Dragoneer. Ooh. Nice usable mind hurt. Where is usable mind? Oh, there's just still here. Oh gosh, they have the happy mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
We had a couple issues back with my parents' house where people would drive over the edge of the lawn. Usually it would be crazy teenagers just zipping down the street.
We more had random teenagers that were just absolute monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically I remember I remember we had pumpkins that would get smashed. They would steal our random ornaments as well, which was always like super shitty. There was one period of time we knew who the teens were, but they never got caught.
Were they the ones that threw the stone through
your
parents' window?
These were the guys that would run around or drive around smashing mailboxes. And
that was a problem in my neighborhood at one point. People batting mailboxes in.
Yeah.
Or egging them. It was the eggs. I remember that now too. That's what some of the kids would do, and yeah. I think I have a guess who they could have been. There were some people that were about 5 years older than me that as soon as they went off to college, we didn't have any of that occur again,
Yeah. But so we knew exactly who these teens were, but nothing would ever stick. But it was certainly frustrating because, yeah, they threw a rock through our window. They destroyed a number of mailboxes and doing some other things. Best response to someone bashing a mailbox, get a carbon steel one. So that's actually, that's not legal. Frustratingly enough, it's specifically a trap.
Oh, just like, I think there was another suggestion about the driving into the lawn by having
rocks.
That's
not as big of an issue. But specifically the mailbox one, if you have like a reinforced mailbox, and somebody hits it, they can
Sue you.
they can potentially sue you because you specifically put that up as a booby trap.
I always wondered in my neighborhood, there was this one mailbox that the people literally bricked up the sides. Wait a minute. Why does she look realistic now? Why is she painted?
This changed a little bit.
Ooh. Also, wait. Did several people die? There's, yeah, against the walls there.
Yeah, this looks bad. But just to finish the thing about mailboxes, ignoring this, that it's totally illegal to have like one of those brick mailboxes because it's super obvious. But to have it be hidden or secret, that's when it becomes illegal. So if your mailbox keeps getting destroyed, you just get a bricked in like big mailbox, then no one can go after you for it.
I don't know. I think you'd have to look at town rules and stuff. But
I mean, yeah, there might be 10 regulations on what kind of mailbox you have, but like a fully like overtly bricked up kind of brick tower with a rounded top and stuff, that is totally
my grandmother's neighborhood has the old school mailboxes where they're attached to the front of your house.
Yeah.
And they, slide the letters in.
I certainly, when we've moved, I wouldn't mind getting a mailbox that's big enough to hold packages and like secured. That'd be kind of nice.
Mm. Well,
Okay.
we'd also always have a P.O. box somewhere. Manager, is there something wrong? Ah, I see. Oh, will you wait just a moment? If you cannot bear to look, you should close your eyes. There, I fixed it. There was a system error. How strange. It shouldn't have been so easily compromised. Wait, so was that reality that we were seeing? And
I think so, yes.
This is some facsimile that is a much tamer, cleaner version.
Yep.
It's a technology originally developed during the war, now widely used for commercial purposes. It's not that impressive of a technology, really. The human brain is fragile. Seeing such a cruel and shocking sight may have unintentionally led to a momentary shutdown of the brain's functions. If a manager like you were to suffer such a reaction, it would be very troublesome for me. So, I installed a cognition filter in your display. While the cognition filter functions, dead employees will look like cute dolls splattered with red paint. Abnormalities, even those who could ravage your mental state by just being in your sight, will be reduced to adorable toys on the screen of your office. Ooh, is that the first time we've ever seen her eyes?
I think so.
Trust me. Before the cognition filter was installed, many a manager lost their sanity on that seat. I cannot allow you to join them.
That day, James released 2 abnormalities on purpose, and eventually 3 clerks and 4 agents were killed. As you may know, having 2 abnormalities breach and losing 4 agents is a rather significant loss of manpower. Of course, it was I who ordered for James to be gunned down. I know the kind of place we work in. I'm not regretful for the fact that I was unable to stop him. It's that I regret having developed a personal relationship with him. I was careless with my proposition and let my subordinate exploit me.
Position.
Oh,
Yeah.
Position, sorry. Chatting, games, yes, all of it was fun. James was a good joker, too. Of course I had fun playing Word Chain. We grew so intimate that I'd forgive his trivial rule violations. But the price I had to pay for the error I made was not trivial in any way. Manager, this is Lobotomy Corporation. We see body bags every single day. It's a lonely place. Sometimes you'll feel the urge to share the distress and anxiety with someone else, to have a friend. But manager, whenever you feel lonely, please remember what happened to me, and try not to make the same mistakes I did. You'll be able to get over the meaningless deaths that way. I envy Angela. She truly is a heartless monster. People say that I'm too rational. Yesod the cold-blooded machine, Yesod the viper, Yesod the cruel and emotionless, a frigid being who won't even bat an eye at the deaths of dozens of employees. I won't deny that I deserve the reputation. However, whoever built this place has to be a much more cruel person than I am. Sometimes I wish I were an AI without emotion. A vague sense of sympathy will only cloud your judgment. You are bound to make mistakes that way. Why would they place AIs with emotion to handle the facility if they were well aware that emotion would only get in the way? Do you know the answer?
At the cusp of perfection. The best course of action is to handle things before everything turns sour. All will remain in order so long as the abnormalities are managed with the best results. Please be sure to handle everything carefully. As far as I know, is the best way to ensure nothing bad occurs. Okay, so end the workday without a bad work result. That will depend on what new creature we choose. Abnormality.
They drove off, but their entire front bumper and license plate are in the ditch right now. Oh yeah, just send that to the cops. Easy hit and run.
Damage normalization.
Now we can see how much damage things do on a per number basis. Not huge, but nice. We got a lot of lobs. Alright. Who do we got? Let's get... Okay. Sadly, there's no, we get, like, orange.
Call him Vlad, maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna go with Vlad. Let's see. We already have one person with this. Maybe not, actually. But yeah, sadly, there's no beard. There we go. Close enough. Back
Completely
beard.
shaggy.
Alright, we got Vlad. How much does it cost to boost stats? Oh boy, that
really?
is
You haven't gotten
pricey.
really orange.
Not doing that. Alright.
Orange.
Hmm?
Or you can't really make nice oranges in this game.
Yeah, not really. It's a little too desaturated. I mean, I guess I could mess with RGB and see... Here, give me a second. I'm gonna pull up Photoshop.
Wouldn't you need green?
I'm just gonna pull up Photoshop.
I think you need a little bit more green.
Yeah, but I can pull up the orange I'm looking for in Photoshop and just copy the RGB.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Vlad, if you're interested in picking these games up or trying them, I'd probably recommend skipping Lobotomy Corporation and maybe just watching the cutscenes or something. It's a little slow. The sequel is a lot better.
The library?
Yeah, Library of Ruina, I've heard, is just like a fantastic game. I enjoyed what I played of it. Though obviously, like, if this looks like your kind of jam, then disregard. Okay, 255 and 11. 111. Then 0. Yeah, it just gives us a brown, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay,
I'll
so
go
what
for a
can
bit
we
more of a
create?
red. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, you're gonna put them up there?
They're very low level.
Oh, that
So,
makes sense.
If you notice, for example, Dragoneer is Temperance 5, Fortitude 4, Prudence 5. So...
There are some creatures, though, that favor lower levels for certain stats, right? And that
yes,
having too
but
high
here's
level
the
will
thing.
actually be detrimental.
Temperance specifically gives work success rate up and work speed up. So, honestly, having a higher stats is generally just better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I just know that there are some abnormalities that detest having someone work with them that has too high level.
Okay. Usable mind is terrifying.
Oh, that face.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. So I guess we can actually get multiple things. So reduces sanity, increases success rate, and work speed. So you can actually get quite a bunch of different a bunch of different things stacked onto a character for major stat boosts. Oh. I can press the squares to make them invisible.
Just so they aren't horrifying.
Nah, keeping it. Just gotta collect horror. Alright. We might end up strengthening some employees since I don't have to worry about death as much.
No, that's true.
Okay, how do we, Wait. Ah, here we go. Ego list. Because we have a couple of characters that are not wearing anything. Actually, no, Vlad. Oh, requires Fortitude 2 before they can even wear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where's Prudence 2?
Penitence.
Yeah, so it looks like we're just going to do penitence, which is actually kind of fine. It gives you a slight resistance to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The lock will prevent the gift from being overwritten with another gift that occupies the same slot. Oh, that's something to pay attention to. Though I should figure out which...
Because there's head slot, face slot?
There's a lot of slots. Because there's hat, eye, hand. Frankly, I'm going to have to actually look at a lot of these to even figure out what's good. These are pretty good, actually, because Solitude, work success rate +3 and work speed +3. Like, the more success rates I can get...
You want someone to be slow, though, to work with the grandmother.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't care that much. It's not that big of a deal. I think what I will do is probably pull up a wiki for all of the different gifts we can get and actually pay attention and start seeking them later. I think for now it's not that big of a deal.
All right. Are we gonna choose our next creature?
Almost. Let's see. Do we got anything? No. I don't think we have a new creature. Yeah. So...
No, we don't get to choose one today. I'm very
not for
disappointed.
this. We might have a desk ordeal, but we definitely have to end the day without a bad result, which should actually be fine.
Right.
This is the information team.
You're familiar with what everything means.
Yep. Yeah, so I shouldn't have to worry too much.
Now, a bad result would be only when your characters are in
it's
the room.
It's really hard for me to
them.
get a bad result at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, though, like if you look at this, Dragoneer has a lower chance. Because it dips off once you get up to...
See what I mean? That's the 5. That's the... If you have too much of a stat, sometimes it'll actually go down.
Yep. I mean, it works fine. Because their work success rate is still 64% on, like, repression and some other things, too. So I'm just going to have usable mind and Lord KO grind up their temperance here. But that also means that I can specifically send some of these characters down.
Now remember, you'll have to tend to Granny...
Yeah.
The old lady, now that the teddy bear is getting some attention.
Yeah, I'll start sending Vlad. Oh, Happy New Year's for everybody in... CST? Middle America? Midwest?
It'd be Central.
Yeah.
Because I think it's Eastern, Central, Rocky, and then Pacific. Mountain?
It's Eastern,
Rocky, it's
Central,
like Rocky
Mountain, and then...
Mountain. Mountain time.
Yeah. Okay.
It is really bizarre talking with our family and there being the 3-hour difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that part's, I don't want to say...
Was it only a single hour when we lived in Kansas?
It was... Yeah? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little thrown off sometimes, but I'm pretty sure it's a single hour. I'm honestly kind of stressing about the time zone differences, what with us potentially moving back all the way east. In terms of, like...
When you're going to be streaming?
Yeah, because am I going to have to change my schedule dramatically?
Well, it really depends on your audience, where they're situated.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're on the East Coast, I suppose the earlier you stream, the possibility would increase to get European audience members. And you would still be able to have West Coasters watch you, but it would be earlier in the day for them.
Yeah. My big problem with earlier streams is that hunger.
Yeah.
Because the later I stream, the less I have to worry about being hungry. Like, there is a 0% chance I'm going to be hungry over the course of this stream for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who is the one that did Happy Teddy Bear? Lord KO. Let's see. So usable mind again. Old lady gets... Oh, shoot. Who did I send with the Fairy Festival? SDMD. And Vlad was dealing with old women. There we go.
Right, because the fairies get jealous as well, correct?
Yeah, the fairies will kill you if you specifically work with anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Oh no!
Nah, it's fine. Chill.
It's their Clyfoth level.
Yeah, it's fine. Lifoth meltdowns are kind of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The main issue is that eventually I will have potentially too many anomalies to deal with if I, like, keep going over the course of a day. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. So, even a mediocre result is fine, as long as we don't get a bad result.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I should be able to just send SDMD right back. Perfect. And then there's Vlad just slowly chugging away. I'm a little disappointed they didn't have beards that I could add to the characters, because I think it would be really fun to have just a bunch of really rugged-looking...
No, everyone is a young anime character.
I know. Maybe it's something that there's a mod for. I don't know. I want a bunch of lumberjacks that deal with SCP characters.
Hmm.
I think it would be worth a giggle. Okay, that's just saying. It's possible you've made some sacrifices, and it's like, nope.
Nope.
Actually doing pretty good.
We do well because we are ignoring most of them. So they can just stay in containment for all eternity.
Oh, right.
What's wrong?
I can potentially start automating this. Okay, we have the Fruit of Understanding, but I don't think we need to worry about that.
Okay, so we have the darkness.
Yeah.
The little shadow
Yeah,
sludges.
so both of these characters are fine. Really up here. What is Vlad wearing? Vlad's fine. Actually, maybe Vlad ain't.
So I was saying there could be a beard ego gift. Could be. I suppose it would depend on the manner of abnormality you're working with. What would have a beard? A gnome? Could you imagine a cursed garden gnome? That would be one way to attain a beard.
Would be amusing.
What would the cursed garden gnomes... what would its power be?
Watch it be in other people's,
Okay, Vlad's going to need the healing bracelet. If you even want to use the healing bracelet.
Well, I'm specifically trying to select Vlad, and I'm having a hard time getting them to move.
Well, I don't think the blob is dead yet.
It's not. I was just trying to get Vlad to leave.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta level Vlad's combat stats up a bit. I think they dealt with this. Yeah, they're good. Because some of my characters are a fair bit tougher than others.
Well, gnomes tend to be in gardens. So I don't know if it would be a situation with the gnome where... I know that there are some that pop up in innocuous places or multiply. That'd be creepy. Just having multiplying gnome statues. And then the problem is you have to give them away. And then they continue multiplying. Eventually every person has a garden gnome.
Ugh.
They'd be akin to tribbles.
Okay, so Lord KO is the last one to deal with this. Oh. Vlad. Do not go in there. And have to be 2B Lewis, actually. Yeah, the one problem is...
Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Yeah.
The old lady's lonely.
Yeah.
The solitude has created a dark miasma in the room.
There we go.
There we go. Music's starting up again.
I think I can also largely just ignore the old lady, even if she is hella cranky. Let's see.
Oh no. Oh, okay. What's being affected? 3 things now.
Yep. Okay, luminous bracelet, which is kind of a non-issue. And then behavior adjustment also is a non-issue. Alright.
They can't wear the bracelet for very long, though. Correct?
So, yeah, the luminous bracelet, we're just going to immediately return. And then behavior adjustment, we don't have to worry about.
Right. Sufficiently acquired enough energy.
Okay, just put that off. Yeah, so we could... So we have 2 things that we kind of need to do here. One, we need to give Vlad and SDMD some higher stats. I think I might just ignore the old lady at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, feel bad for her.
I mean,
Then again, I suppose you're not supposed to humanize any of the abnormalities.
Yeah.
Though it's just odd having an old woman as an abnormality. And the question is then, is it the corpse of an old lady? Is it the specter of an old lady? Is it just a physical manifestation of what she was in life? But
Oh, damn it. I killed usable mind. Wait.
with the bracelet?
What if I end... Aha!
But did you do it with the bracelet?
No.
Or the teddy bear? Did you...
I accidentally redid it with usable mind. However, because we were done with the day,
you could
I just left.
Uh-huh.
And by just leaving, it's no biggie. Oh, interesting.
What?
Dragoneer's temperance went down by a point.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Interacting with what?
I don't know why. Oh, it's because of ego gifts. It's a weird bug. Ignore it. Alright, cool.
Ooh, oh, okay. So Popote.
Popote!
No. Okay. But nothing could compare to the music it makes when it eats a human. Ooh, and you see a song in front of you. It's approaching, becoming more colorful by the second.
So here's the wild thing. This is probably less dangerous than this, but let's go with it.
Wait. So, yeah, the one definitely eats people.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go with it. This one,
Okay,
probably.
fine. I hope it's not that bizarre radio that makes the room multicolored. Wait,
B.
who is this? B? Go.
Is anyone there? Can you read me? I repeat, is anyone there? You can call me B. I'm an insider, someone who knows a lot about the company. Please understand that I cannot reveal my identity. I'm going to tell you 3 truths that the company wishes to keep hidden over the following days. Tell me, please, why do you think you were hired by the company? Should I rephrase that? Let me ask you ask you like this then. Are you satisfied with your job here? I would say so, yes. Is that so? Well, can't judge whether or not you're telling the truth. You're the manager, but you don't actually know anything about the company, do you? Would you say I'm wrong? Each time we speak, we'll need to be as brief as possible. I'm ending the call here. Contacting someone for a long period of time is dangerous. But yeah, Green Lobotomy Corp. Okay, so do we want safety or training? Training?
Wait a minute. So there's a safety team and then there's a training team.
I feel like training might be more useful, but I also have no idea what perks we get from it.
Training would probably be training up stats. Safety, maybe it's about fighting and containing the abnormalities.
We get both. Yeah, we definitely get both eventually, so it kind of doesn't matter too much. I just feel like gaining stats is super useful for me. Oh.
Hello, manager. I'm in charge of the training team. Are you thinking of opening up my department today?
Hey, I'm the guy in charge of the safety team. We can exchange names later. Want to open up my department and skip over to managing? Go with her.